Hey, come on in. It's Porch, Settin Sunday. It's another day and another chance to sparkle, so keep a sparkle in your eye, sparkle in your heart, because it makes you beautiful. Let me show you the mountains. We've had rain early this morning, and I look horrible because we've been on the road traveling, so I went to see my sister in Ohio. I didn't get to go to my brother's funeral because I didn't have the money, and then my husband sold a gun so I could go see my sister. So, okay, let me show you the mountains. This is really not showing the color. This tree right here is really bright red. And that tree there is bright yellow. I mean, really bright. And it's not showing it, and I don't know why. It's not showing the beauty of the colors on my camera. But anyway, there's the view. Hope y'all have had a good Sunday. Hope you've had a great day. We've had a tiring day and a tiring week, but my sister's doing well. She's doing okay, considering. That's her only full brother. It was my stepbrother, but her full-blooded brother. So she is my stepsister, but we don't call each other stepsister and stepsisters. We call each other sisters. Look, there's a little spider right there. Can you see it? You see it right there? It's a granddaddy longleg. Look at him. That's what we call him, granddaddy longlegs. I don't know what y'all call him. So I thought I might tell another, since it's close to Halloween and trick-or-treating, I thought I might tell another trick-or-treat story, or Halloween story, about going trick-or-treating and how we used to try to trick my grandmother, because she made, and I may have told this story, let me see if I can get this thing straight. I may have told this story before, but I think I'll tell it again for my new ones and for my new subscribers. And I wanted to say thank you for watching. Welcome to my channel. I hope you subscribed and joined my club here, my friends club. So anyway, when I was a little girl, we all used to, Grandma made popcorn balls, and oh, they were so good. They were the best in the, to us, they were the best in the land. So she made the popcorn balls, and we only got one. When we come home from school, we'd go to her house, because Mom was working, you know, and we'd go to her house, and she'd be making them, and she wouldn't let us have one. She would tell us, nope, you're going to be like the other kids in the community. You are going to dress up and come to the door and say trick-or-treat, and if I'm out, I'm out. You better hurry. So what we would do is we would dress up, and then we would go and change how we dressed, or change something up a little bit to go and get a second one. But she always caught us. She always knew that we was there and who we were, and that we were, but we never had a full mask on. We always changed makeup and, you know, did things like that, but she knew us. She knew who we were. But anyway, tell me, I'd like to hear from you all, maybe something you dressed up like in when you was a little kid, something you tried to do when you was a little kid. I can tell you some stories. Let me go ahead and tell you a story. We lived on the corner of Cleveland Street, and there was a, let's see, we lived right on the corner of a road that people used, and then the main Cleveland Street road. Wasn't very many houses on that road, and there was no, when you turn the corner, and there was a tree in our front yard. They've cut it down now. That tree's no longer there, and that's sad. But that tree went over to my parents' roof on their house. Well, Halloween, we were mean kids. No, we weren't, but we were mischievous. Halloween, we would take and make us a dummy. Well, we would get in the far window closest to that tree, and we'd go out on the roof, and we would hang a dummy in the tree. Look like a person. when a car would come around through there, we'd have that dummy down to where they thought somebody was in the road. And when they stopped, we would move the dummy. Well, then when they would go by, we would thump the dummy on their car, and they thought they run over somebody. They would get out, and when they found out what it was, they would go to cussing and carrying on something fierce, but we loved it. We loved it. We was just mischievous kids. But we would do things like that. And then, because see, we have no red light or anything in the little town I grew up in. And not many stop signs. So everybody drove slow. And so we took aluminum foil one time and stretched it across Main Street. As you go out of town, you know, as you go out of town, it's just houses, no city buildings or anything. We had, let's see, we had the fire station in town, and we had a couple grocery stores, and we had one bank, and then the church. And past the church is where we would stretch foil across the road. Well, people would come down through there, and you had to go slow because it's Main Street. And I think speed limit is only 25, and we had that foil stretched across the road. And so they thought that we were, or they were hitting another car head on. They would, and we loved it. So then we'd drop the foil and hurry and jerk it back, and run. We did things like that. We soaked windows, but nowadays kids does other things. So that was mild compared to what kids does today for Halloween. But we enjoyed it. We were mean that way, and we never did get in trouble for it. You know, people, they would get mad and everything, but they knew it was just all in fun. So I loved telling you all stories about how I grew up and things I did. And I had a good childhood in some sense, and in some sense I didn't. If you want to find out about how my childhood was, then go to my Patreon page and donate $1, and you can start reading my book. And also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and I don't do Snapchat, but I am on Snapchat, and you find me and snap me and I'll snap you back. And I hope y'all have had a great Sunday. I've had a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. So don't forget, at the end of every storm is a beautiful rainbow, and you're my rainbow. I love you guys. Bye. Don't forget my PayPal, and don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Bye. I love you.